Hello there, my name is Scott Marker, and this is NIA Quick Tips. I am the franchise owner of Treasure Valley NIA, which is a part of a franchise out of Houston, Texas, called Network in Action. And what I'm trying to do with these tips is bring in local Treasure Valley, Idaho experts in their field that are really high caliber and just kind of introduce them to you and then possibly give you a couple tips on that they can help out small business owners here in the Treasure Valley. So today I have Jenny. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, Scott. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah.
I am a web designer. I own Idaho websites. We specialize in graphic design and custom website solutions for small to mid-sized businesses. I like to position myself as more of a boutique design agency
Sure.
in that I like to get really involved in understanding all aspects of what's driving the business and what their ideal clients are and how they're really finding them. So I've been in business for almost a year now, but I've been building websites for a very long time.
I know that was about you're definitely younger than me. And when you told me what, a decade?
Yeah, I'd say professionally for a decade, but I probably started coding when I was, 16. I mean,
Wow,
it's been a long time that I've been working in this field.
that's impressive. Hey, what? I'm sure you kind of after a while you start to kind of get a theme. What's like one of the most common questions you get when someone calls in to ask about your services, about websites?
I would say the most common is really understanding the difference between a professionally designed website and one that you build yourself, utilizing all of those options out there for DIY builders. And there is a lot of really good options. But, if you don't know the strategy behind really good user experience and organic social or SEO, which is search engine optimization, your website is only as good as it converts or as good as really people are able to find it. And so for me, what I always tell them is really the difference is a custom website is just going to be more effective in articulating to your ideal clients, what you have to offer.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, basically the biggest question is one of these advertisements, I do it myself. Should I do that for my business or call a professional like you? That's kind of the biggest question.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I
really
think it is.
what the
Yeah.
difference is about the quality, because really what we're talking about, especially when it comes to organic SEO, is, how is really we're getting down to HTML. And, some of those builders don't always have the cleanest code. And so
Mm.
when you go with a custom website, there's a lot of strategy behind it that really makes it just really effective in speaking with Google. I mean, because that's really the big
Right.
goal for most businesses.
Right. Perfect. What's for your clients working on websites and I know it's not just websites. There's a whole kind of marketing strategy. Like what's your funnest, what's your favorite part about helping small businesses out to do?
So definitely, I love how many different industries I get to like really understand, and taking on all of these different vertical markets and understanding their clients. And, one of my favorite things is just really taking an overall analysis of all of their marketing efforts and, helping them spend their money more effectively when it comes to marketing. Because often, people will just spend a lot of money on AdWords, for example, and although AdWords can be very effective, there's a lot of other strategies that are less expensive that can be just as effective.
Huh. Well, yeah, that's good to know because, like I said, you can, what's the saying? Except you can with what you do now. Is that half of marketing works, but nobody knows which half. Well, with analytics and stuff, you should, you're converting customers or not
Right.
with
Right.
your money. So what's a tip? Because that's one of the things I try to do is bring in experts like you. And just what's like just a great piece of advice you could give away to small businesses that would help them out with getting started with websites.
Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest things is to really just get started, and really for me, that's my favorite thing about web design, is that nothing is very permanent. I mean, if you just get started, I mean, you don't have to share it, you don't have to publish it, just get words on paper. And especially if the long-term goal is for Google ranking, words are so important. And so my biggest piece of advice for everyone is to just start writing. Just get words down, even if it's a free blog. If you start with one of the more affordable, DIY builders, and then what that does is you start to create a library of content you can go to. Because I mean, really, what I always tell my clients is really a big successful website, or not, even a medium-sized successful website, is really like writing a thesis about your business.
Oh,
And so if you have, a year's worth of content that you've just been compiling, even on a free blog, then there's so much more to pull from. And if you bring in a professional designer at that point, they're going to build such a more complete and robust experience. And, because really what, in my opinion, makes a good website is a full website.
great.
So I would just say content is king and just get going.
Just get started. Contest game, get good advice. Yeah. A lot of people probably said, oh, I don't want to write something, or just get started. So, well, perfect. Hey, really appreciate your time, Jenny, and thank you for. Hey, if someone's wanted to get a hold of you, what's the best phone number to get a hold of you?
Probably 208-871-1799 is my cell phone number.
Okay.
You can send me a text or give me a call.
Perfect.
Also, I have my website is www.idahowebsites.com. Pretty easy to remember.
That's easy. IDAHOwebsites.com. Yeah, and
Yep.
I'll also add it into the notes too. So
Awesome.
get it, so.
Yep. So I've got a scheduler on there, and I'd love to give a free 20-minute consultation to anyone who's wanting more information.
Awesome. Hey, well, I really, really appreciate it, Jenny, and have a great day. Thank you for your time.
Thanks so much, Scott.